Urielle Klein-Mekongo. That's the writer. Okay, let's talk some things. What sparked me writing Black Power Desk was initially the fact that we don't know much about UK Black history in schools. All I knew about Black history was all the Americanized stuff. Through my research, like I was like, oh wow, like we were doing things out here in the UK. And then as I'm going through it, I'm starting to realize, oh, these lot were considered radicals and terrorists and all types of things just because they wanted equal rights. I guess I found it very interesting that I knew more about Martin Luther King, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks than I knew about Althea Jones Laquan or Darcus Howe. There's one, Egbuna. We had people fighting for our rights in that time, and yet they're erased from the UK history curriculum. But I would want to know, like, what made you guys kind of join me in this quest of Black Power Death?
I mean, I think I was drawn to the context. I was drawn to the history, all the stuff that you talked about. Like you, never taught it in school. I had researched quite a lot about Black British history, and the Black British civil rights movement is a passion and an area of interest of mine. So I was just like, oh, great, I get to work on a piece of theatre that's rooted in that time. So that's, I think, what drew me into it.
What made you sign on?
I think you and I had previously worked together. This was your foray into actually telling a much larger story. And I thought, you know, there is just a real indication of your talent, as well as also, you know, taking on a big, you know, historic sort of subject. And in the writing, making it have heart, but also making it incredibly accessible.
Like, Black Power Desk is a love letter to the community, because I want our community to realize that, like, we don't have a choice in not being political in today's time. Because when we are born a certain skin color, it puts us in the conversation, regardless whether you want to be in it or not. But there's an importance in protecting your humanity in that, because that construct of blackness can't own you. I know that it's important we tell this story in an authentic way. And I'm proud of what we've done so far.
And I think it's interesting. I think by nature, you're not a naturalistic writer.
No.
So it's rooted in naturalism. And you've got the layer of music going on, and the music is a massive draw as well. Because just because the songs are brilliant, they're amazing. But then there are also these moments that just kind of disrupt the naturalism.
I feel like I love to write work that messes with form and cross form, and that's why there's music, there's poetry, there's conversation.
But then that's a representation of our you know, cultural lineage,
literally,
and storytelling styles.
Exactly.
You know, that's a representation of our sort of artistic expressions. You know, all embedded in what you're writing and how you've chosen to tell this story. You know? And it all feels indicative of how people were expressing themselves in that time as well.
How I approached fact or fiction in this process was asking what important facts needed to be in the landscape of this story. Like, where the message of what I wanted to say, where was it going to come from? Was it going to come from the facts? Or was the facts kind of distracting what I really wanted to tell? Because there were times where it was like, there's a lot of rich history here and we could try to tell all these stories, but then what would be the message? That made me realize that actually we couldn't tell their story verbatim. We couldn't be factual, because actually there's a preciousness and a sensitivity we need to handle these people's family lives with. And I didn't want to put them on blast like that.
I hope the audiences come out singing at least one of the songs. Whether that's a song that is in a voice other than their own, from a different perspective, and that song lingers with them long enough to go, hang on, actually, let me just Google one of those names. The benefit about having something fictional set in a real place is that you come out going, what was real and what wasn't? And I hope that question sparks people to do a little bit of research.
I think it'll be really powerful if people are inspired, feel as if they themselves have stories to tell, and alongside that, and feel galvanized to really share that Black Power desk is on. and it's got a message for all, and I think that will be a beautiful thing.
I hope that audiences take away from the show that they are part of a larger political conversation as a Black person, whether they know it or not.